friends, this might be a multi-part video, or I might put it on YouTube. I'm not sure yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be pulling out our book entitled National Geographic Kids Bats. And what we want to do while you're listening to me read is follow along in your own book, and I want you to pause the video when you have an idea on how you could complete these sentence frames. So what we're looking for are unique things that bats can do. So bats can, let's see what they can do that makes them special. Bats have something that they have that other animals that you've learned about do not have, so something unique. And bats are, what are they? So anytime it in the book that it tells you something about what they are, you could list it. And we don't need complete sentences. We're just going to pause the video and maybe write a word down or two, okay? So let's go ahead and pause the video until you have your book ready, and then we'll get going. So this is a nonfiction book. It is filled with photographs. It's entitled Bats by Elizabeth Carney. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful bat that is, right? Bats. Is this the title page? Yes, it has the title and the name of the author. What we have here is the table of contents. It's going to tell us where we can find things in the book. So, what's a bat? That question will be answered on page 4. Bat food, page 6. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start reading and looking and learning about bats. This is the flying fox. Ooh. What's a bat? I sleep by day, I fly by night, I have no feathers to aid my flight. What am I? The answer is a bat. A bat is a mammal. See, that's something you might want to write down in your notes. Mammal. Mammals are animals that nurse their young. That means they feed milk to their babies. They have hair and are warm-blooded. Humans, dogs, and whales are all mammals, but bats have a special ability. They can fly. So they are flying mammals. Here's a bat word. Let's see what it says. Bat words. Mammal, a warm-blooded animal that drinks its mother's milk, has a backbone, and has hair. Bat food. There are about 1,200 types of bats in the world. Most of them eat insects. Insect-eating bats are usually small in size. There are more than 150 types of fruit bats. These bats are usually larger and search for sweet fruits and other plants. Silky short-tailed bat feeding. Yummy. Why don't bats live alone? And the answer is they prefer to hang out with their friends. A few bats hunt for larger prey, such as frogs, birds, or mice. Some people think all bats suck your blood. This is not true. Only 3 kinds of bats drink blood. This group is known as vampire bats. They mostly feed on the blood of animals like cows and deer, not humans. So there's a picture of a cute vampire bat. Fringed lip bat eating a frog. Ooh, that is a great photograph. Look at those long frog legs hanging out. Yummy. Night flight. Did you know that while you're fast asleep, bats are busy filling their bellies? Bats are nocturnal. Ooh, that might be something you might want to add. What does it mean? Meaning they're active at night. This way of life has many advantages for a bat. Insect-eating bats often feast on bugs that come out after dark. Pollen and nectar-eating bats might feed on plants that only open at night. Nectar is a sweet liquid made by flowers. Bat words. Nocturnal, the state of being active at night. Nectar, a sweet liquid made by flowers. Thousands of wrinkled-lipped bats leaving a cave at dusk. Cool. Bat bodies. We did a little of this yesterday when we did our bat diagram. Scientists call bats Chiroptera. Let me practice that. Chiroptera. A Greek name that means hand wing. That's because bats have 4 fingers and a thumb. Just like us, a thin layer of skin connects the fingers. This forms a wing. It's like if you had skin connecting your fingers. Bats also have a sensitive nose and big ears. You might want to add that. Sensitive nose and big ears. Their big ears help some bats see with sound. Sharp eyesight. There's their wing. You can see all of those little membranes in there. You've got your sensitive nose, your thumb here, 4 fingers, coat of fur. What did the bat say when its buddy asked, "What's up?" "The ground." What a funny joke. Oh, bat words. Echolocation, a system in some animals for locating objects using sound waves. In the pitch black night, bats can scoop up a tiny insect with ease. No flashlight required. How do they do it? They make a sound that travels until it hits an object. Then it bounces off the object and travels back to the bat. From this echo, the bat can tell an object's size and how far away it is. This is called echolocation. That's something you might want to write down if you want to pause it and copy it from your book. We're on page 16 now. Oh, they're so cute. Funny face. Some bats have strange-looking faces. Special ears, noses, and mouths help bats tune into and make sounds while they use echolocation. Their faces may look odd to us, but for bats, their features work perfectly. We have the false vampire bat, the Amazonian bat, ooh, so cute, the spotted bat, the big-eared bat. Hanging out. When bats are not hunting for food, they're usually hiding in a roost. Roosts can be caves, treetops, or attics. Bats pick places that are well hidden and protect them from bad weather. When most bats rest in their roost, they hang upside down. So, bat words, roost, the place where animals such as bats and certain types of birds rest. These are little red-headed flying foxes roosting in a tree. Oh, they're so cute. Have you ever hung upside down in a jungle gym? You might start to feel dizzy. Bats have special veins to keep their blood flowing properly so they never feel dizzy. Bats can't take off from the ground like birds do. They have to fall into flight. Hanging upside down is the best way to make a quick getaway. So here's a group of bats hanging and flying in a cave. Here's another bat joke. Why did the bat get kicked out of the cave? Because it had better read this a little better. A batitude. Batitude, like attitude, but for a bat. So funny. Baby bats. Mother and baby bat. Baby bats, called pups, completely depend on their mothers after they are born. They're blind, hairless, and can't fly. They cling to their mother's fur. The pups nurse their mother's milk until their wings are strong enough to fly. Here's a Gambian epauletted bat, mother and baby flying together. Oh, they're really cool with their white wings there. Oh, bat rescue. During storms in Australian rainforest, in an Australian rainforest, wind can knock baby bats to the forest floor. The babies usually don't survive unless wildlife workers come to the rescue. The lucky bats are taken to a bat hospital. The babies are bundled in blankets and fed milk from a bottle. After a few months, they are strong enough to return to the wild. Oh, rescued bats in Queensland, Australia. Aren't they cute? Nature's helpers. Hairy-legged nectar bat with pollen on head and shoulder. Yes, cool. A world without bats wouldn't be very nice. Bats are an important part of the ecosystem. Insect-eating bats gobble up millions of bugs. Many of these insects are pests that could harm humans or destroy crops. Bats keep their numbers under control. Other bats keep forests healthy by spreading seeds and pollen. This allows trees and flowers to multiply. Ecosystem. This is a new bat word here. The environment in which living things live. Okay, so we're going to do some bat myths and whether or not they're true or not. Some people have misunderstandings about bats. Here are a few common myths that drive experts batty. Myth number 1. Bats are blind. The truth is, bats have excellent eyesight. Some bats hunt using sight alone. So they have very good eyesight. You might want to write that down. Myth number 2, bats are dirty. No, truth is, bats are actually neat freaks. They groom themselves frequently. Mothers lick their babies to keep them clean. Myth number 3, bats get stuck in hair. The truth is, with sharp senses and echolocation, bats are very good flyers. They can avoid obstacles the width of a thread. So don't worry, they're not going to get stuck in your hair. Myth number 4. Vampire bats turn into human vampires. Is that true? Truth is, there is no such thing as a human vampire, and bats certainly don't turn into them. Whew, that's reassuring. Bat Hall of Fame. Here is the teeny tiny. The smallest bat in the world is the bumblebee bat. Its wingspan is 5 inches across. Its body is the size of a jelly bean. The largest bat is the 3-pound flying fox. Its wingspan can be 6 feet long. That's longer than you are tall. Happy camper. The Honduran white bat makes tents out of leaves to protect itself from constant rain showers. Most crowded home, 20 million Mexican free-tailed bats live in one Texas cave. These bats are also the fanciest flyers. They can soar as high as 10,000 feet and zoom through the air at speeds over 40 miles an hour. And the biggest appetite? Little brown bats can eat up to 1,200 mosquitoes in one night. Yum! That's great to know. Why did the bat use insect repellent? Because it was on a diet. So funny. So on the very back, we have some little pictures here just to remind us of some key words from the book that we should remember. Mammal, a warm-blooded animal that nurses its young and has a backbone and hair. Echolocation, a system in some animals for locating objects using sound waves. Roost, the place where animals such as bats and certain types of birds rest. Nectar, a sweet liquid made by flowers. Nocturnal, the state of being active at night. Ecosystem, the environment in which living things live. Okay, friends, now it's time for you to do some work with your notes. And once we have 3 sentences, we will add them to our bat book.